Morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and I am excited to share a project with you this morning. Two projects, actually, and if you were despairing if I was ever going to be live, yes, I'm here. So just a little late because of technology things and because I actually forgot that there are a whole new round of celebration choices for you outside of what is in here as of February 1st. So I'm going to show those to you in our video. So it took me an extra second to pull all those things up. But with that, the new feature for the month of February, because it is February, I do know that. I'll get the text all fixed later. The next feature for February is going to be the Bright Skies stamp set. So we have the clouds and the sunshine and the cute punny words to go with it. And we have the dies that match them, which are many. So these guys here. And we have the celebration paper, which I haven't talked about very much yet, this one, but I love it. Lots of great choices here. So we're going to go through some of this, and I'm going to give you two different card ideas for this today. And this is one of the projects that we will feature for monthly tutorials for LovenStamps in February. So, hey, Bonnie. Oh, thank you guys for hanging in there. Sorry for being so late this morning. But with that, are you guys ready to get started? We're going to start with first card is a pretty simple stamp. It's really quick, and it is a design layout just like the one I shared, not just like, but similar to the one I shared on Tuesday. It's a design layout that you're going to want to use over and over again. So definitely bookmark it, pin it, comment, like it, whatever you use to mark things that you want to remember. So with that, let us get started. I got my cameras, there we go, all set this morning. And I have, to begin with, a half sheet of petal pink cardstock that's folded in half. And I have some designer series paper. Now, these are from the Sunny Days paper, and I like to call this, this is one of the celebration papers. So you have to get this before the end of February if you want to get these. But I like to call this sort of the Poppy Parade and Shaded Spruce Pool Party side, because the other sides of these papers, here, these are the backs of them, are the very much the sunny skies and, crushed curry and pool party papers. And so what I've done is cut myself a 3x3 paper and a 1x3 paper. And I used these papers just the other day. I actually loved seeing everyone's voting on the cards that we stamped by committee. So we did sort of these two cards, and we featured that Sunny Days paper there. Well, today's layout is very similar to this, but made over to feature the designer series paper. And usually when I do this 3x4 card, I call it the DSP 3x4 DSP card. There's lots of samples of these on my blog because it's a layout that I love to use. So really simple, 3x4 here between these two pieces, and then 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece here. So this is probably one of the most efficient cutting things that you can do with both your cardstock and your designer series paper. And so that makes this go really quick. So whether you have 12x12 paper or 6x6 paper, these come together just really quickly, and there's not a lot of waste, and you can do them horizontally or vertically. We're going to do this one vertically today. And my favorite embellishment here for a little extra, well, for more dazzle. Ha ha ha, get it? That's the name of the paper. That's why. That's what I did there. So this is the More Dazzle paper. This is on low inventory, so grab it while you can, and then hopefully it'll be back quickly once it, if it does go out of stock. So, all right, so we have this panel here, and one of the great things about Stampin' Up! Colors, hey Marty, is the ability to really bring out colors by layering. And so when we take this and we put, ta-da, a piece of petal pink behind it, you can see how that really makes that petal pink flower jump out from our page. Just as a sample, I have, this isn't what I'm doing, but I have a piece of pool party paper behind, and if you add this behind, then it will emphasize that paper or that color in the background right there. Hey Tanya, hey Sue. And you could, of course, like do something crazy and do both, and I'm going to show you a sample of this with softly stippled paper. So remind me if I forget to show you that. I have so many things to show you guys today. All right, so we're gonna take this and flip it to the back side so that I can put on some dimensionals. When you have a corner card like this is a great chance to feature some of the edges of your Stampin' Dimensionals so that you can just sort of use up these pieces that otherwise might go ignored or sadly left behind or whatnot. So I'm gonna flip some of these on the back. And then we're gonna make a focal point for this card, and we're gonna use our Bright Skies stamp set for that. And for our focal point, I'm gonna pick colors that bring out what we've got in our designer series paper. And honestly, this is one of my quickest card, I love doing these card layouts. It really lets the paper be a very strong design element, but then gives you a chance to add some extra personalization to it on your own. So with that, let's pull in, hey Jeffrey, a piece of the basic white. Oh, Sue says she loves the pool party. Okay, Sue, well, when you make this card, I will look forward to seeing your pool party card base. All right, so I've got these same colors here. I've got the shaded spruce. I think this actually might be black in the background, but we're gonna pull shaded spruce because it is one of the colors here from the designer series paper. And then I've got Poppy Parade and Petal Pink. And we're going to, I'm actually going to punch first. So this is the decorative circle punch, and I love it for this little wave. Sometimes the little wave is a little distracting or a little much, but for this card, I find it to be perfect because it just, it softens that circle, and it's gonna be kind of a nice focal point here for our card. So let's pull this in here, and I've got our greeting, which we're gonna add second. I'm gonna use Petal Pink for our sun because I'm gonna use this You Brighten My Cloudy Days. So I'm gonna have sort of the sunshine and flowers emphasis on this card. And then I'm gonna show you a whole nother card that features the cloudy version. So You Brighten My Cloudy Days, and Petal Pink, when you don't have orange or yellow on a card, Petal Pink makes a really great sunshine color. So you can definitely sort of skew your color spectrum toward that. And then I'm gonna add, whoops, I'm gonna throw some stamps around, and okay, oh, what a perfect time to use my chamois, just so I don't get that shaded spruce ink everywhere. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some flowers, and I'm gonna use the Poppy Parade for this. So we'll do a couple of blossoms, and I wanna leave a little space here for the flower stems. And I'm gonna use, because I wanna use Petal Pink more than once, I'm gonna pop it down here as a floral color. And then we're gonna add our, sorry, you guys are kind of far away. Would you like to come closer? There we go. I'm gonna add my floral stems here in, no audio. Oh, sorry, Jeffrey. Yeah, I think, oh, good deal. Okay, we're gonna add our floral stems in shaded spruce. It's always good to mention it. I appreciate it because sometimes that stuff is on my end, and so I just have to tweak something. But it's always good to have everybody figuring it out. So, all right, and then because I have ink on my glass mat, I'm just gonna wipe that up really quickly with my chamois. There we go. All right, this is, February means this is the last month to get the glass mat studio and the Sale-A-Bration treats. So, all right, there is our very fun focal point. I'm gonna pop it over, and you know me, I usually use dimensional sparingly. We're just gonna pop one on there and stick this on our card base right there. If you're gonna stamp on the inside of your card, which of course I am always a fan of, I might just do 2 little quick flowers and give them stems. And then, oh, maybe we'll put a cloud a sun in the background here on these. There we go. So now we have a sunny sky day. Now, when you do that, be careful. I don't know, here, let's see. I think maybe you guys can see. Do you see there's a tiny bit of Poppy Parade there on this image? So sometimes when you stamp a light color over a darker color without waiting a lot, you might find that you get a little bit of ink picked up on your stamp, which then you could transfer to your ink pad if it's a light color and so forth. So just be a little bit aware of that when you are stamping sort of light over dark, to kind of just double check your stamps and clean them if you need, so you're not crossing colors on your pads. All right, so then this piece here can very easily go inside our card, and that gives us a really quick card. Now, This is the quick version. Are you guys ready to see the also quick but much more fabulous version? Oh wait, we need an embellishment. So for this, I have my hearts and flowers, adhesive backed hearts and flowers. These are from the Be Mine suite, so don't get distracted. But these two colors right here, actually all of these colors, depending on which designer series paper you pick out of this package, all of these colors are beautiful with this. So this is a really great embellishment if you want to sort of make your own suite kind of thing. These work great. These work great. I think we're going to use a little heart here. There we go. You brighten my cloudy days. So now we have a cute little embellishment heart there on our piece. Okay. All right. Next, let us, I'm trying to zoom out for you guys. Let us go back to a little bit wider view because I'm going to change our color scheme. So we're going to get rid of the petal pink and the poppy parade and the shaded spruce. And instead, we're going to pull out Pool Party and Crushed Curry. Okay, so this month when I feature this paper, I'm going to kind of use these two color sets here with our cardstock and so forth. So these guys all go together, but they also go nicely here. So let's pull these pieces in. And I have a bunch of die cutting on this because the dies that go with this stamp set are super fantastic and give us a lot of different possibilities. So let's get this kind of stuff out of the way. I have my Crushed Curry cardstock here, and I'm going to fold this in half. These are such fun, bright colors, and we have then, looking familiar, right? We have our piece here. Now, instead of doing a vertical card like I've done on this 3x4 DSP, I want to make this one a horizontal card like this. But wait, I am not going to stick it down yet, okay? It would be like this normally. But in this die set, there are several clouds. There is this cloud here, which matches our sort of large stamped cloud image. There is this stitched cloud here, which matches the next one. And then there's this giant cloud, which I think is darling and clearly needs to go on this card, right? So instead of using that as the background, I'm going to add it to our background. So here it is, die cut in Pool Party cardstock. Something about this makes like the elementary school memories in me super happy. It feels very like a fun cloud elementary school card. And honestly, this is a really nice size. So if you knew a teacher and you were doing bulletin boards or something like that, you could totally use this like behind a big block letter, something like that. These are a really nice big size. So with that, now how am I going to get this on our card? Because I don't want to cover everything up. So what I'm finding is that the image around the edge is the most interesting part. So I'm going to take and put this here underneath. Now, when I do that, I'm finding that it gets a little bit hidden. So instead of putting it behind our cardstock, I'm going to put it behind our DSP and leave this out here. So do you see how we've kind of done that? So it features the cloud and it gives it that same flavor, but it doesn't totally take over. We still have that fun border, which makes these like DSP pieces make sense on the front of our card. Now, if I do it this way, it doesn't quite fit there at the center of the card. It would overlap, which you could do if you had like an alternate to sending an envelope. But what I'm going to do is squish this down towards the bottom right just a little bit, and I promise it's going to come together okay. All right, so let's go ahead and glue these things down. I'm going to go a little crazy on Stampin' Dimensionals here because why not? And so I'm going to put a lot of dimensionals under this layer because I really, not under this particular layer, but under all the layers together, because I really want the card to stand out literally. I want the card to stand out and have lots of those extra shadow layers that come from adding dimensionals. And let's see, this is another great chance to use a corner piece. So I'm going to pop this here on the corner of my card so that I know this is going to pop up nicely. Hey, Kelly. Yes, happy pre-Friday. Oh, new color. Kelly says she learned new color combinations from me. Well, I can't take credit for these. These are Stampin' Up! Artist color combinations because they're straight out of the designer series paper. So I will pass the credit back to the Stampin' Up! Artists for their great choices. And now we're gonna go ahead and put these on here. I think whenever a new catalog comes out, I'm always excited to see the new things, the new colors, the new stamps, the new designs, but really the color combinations, like Kelly said, that are included in the DSP selections and so forth, the designer series paper selections, those are often some of my favorite things because I love to see what the new wave includes. And then we're going to use our piece of the More Dazzle paper. I'm just going to put this up here. So right on that same location on our card, just the vertical version. Speaking of new, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, today is the first day to order new online exclusive pre-order items. They'll be available for everybody else in March, but you can get those now. And if you were thinking about getting the Demonstrator Starter Kit and you like the idea of pre-orders, you can get those pre-order online exclusives in your starter kit. So I know, crazy fun things coming, right? All right, so we've got our cloud on there. Now, what are we gonna do for the rest of our focal point on here? We are going to do some stamping. So let's move this stuff a little bit out of the way. And I'm gonna move those colors because we're using our Pool Party and our Crushed Curry now. So we've got these here and we're going to go ahead and start stamping. So I'm going to use Pool Party here to give us some clouds. So I'm gonna ink that up and make sure that it's nicely inked. And then with the stamps here, the photopolymer stamps, you can always flip them over to the back side because they stay stuck just a little bit to make sure you get a really nice image. And we're gonna do one of the smaller clouds also. And then I need some sunshines, so it's a good thing that I cleaned this. And I'm actually gonna stamp 2 of these. So I have Crushed Curry here, and I need 2, and I'll show you why when we get to the dies. All right, do I need anything else here? I need my greeting. Let's see, and this I need to clean still because it's Shaded Spruce right now. And Shaded Spruce is one of those colors that like doesn't get a lot of love from me. So I love when Stampin' Up! Features it in something like the Sunny Days paper because I'm like, oh, hey, I forgot about that color and I really do like it. So now I'm gonna stamp this here on an end piece and then we're gonna go ahead and trim that. All right, so back to our dies. Like I said, they come in several different sizes. I've got my washi tape here ready to go, and I'm gonna pop these here on with some washi tape so that they stay where I put them. Now, the next thing is the sunshines. And like I said, I have 2 stamped because there are both the stamp outer die, hey Kathy, and the stamp inner die, like this. So what I'm gonna do is pop one of these on the center here, and I'm gonna die cut a sunshine center, and then this one I'm going to die cut here on my sunshine outer. Now, this is a little bit finicky. What I like to do is kind of look for, I'm gonna turn it 1 tooth at a time until I find the tooth that fits our frame here. So make sure you kind of get it centered in the right place and then just sort of look as you go around. Actually, that I think is it. All right, so if you were gonna use this one for a whole bunch of things at once, what I would do is kind of like stamp my sunshine always in the same orientation once it's on my block. And that way I would know like that this piece of washi tape always goes at the top and it would be easy to die cut those all together. So make life easy for yourself. The other thing you could do is you could put a mark on here with a Sharpie. Like once you've gotten it arranged the first time, you could put like a little Sharpie dot on here and then a Sharpie dot on the back of the photopolymer stamp. And that would help you just sort of take, well, however many points are here on this, it would take some of the guesswork out of aligning this with your die all the time. So through the magic of television, I have these pieces here, a die cut. Oh, I did get Shaded Spruce ink all over myself. That's okay. It's a sign of a stamper, right? All right, so we have all of these fun pieces die cut, which means I can come back and start adding them to our cards. So we're gonna need our greeting though first. And I'm gonna trim this with my Stampin' Trimmer and pop this here. I like to look at it through the track here to see kind of where it's gonna cut. And I think that is just where I want it. So we have our greeting trimmed now. And we are going to go ahead and give this a place first and then fit everything else around it. So this is where my minimalist dimensionals come in. I'm not gonna put anything over here so that I can kind of adjust those pieces as we go. So this cloud is going to go in the background, okay? This cloud is going to go in the foreground. And then our sunshine, which I need to assemble still. So we're gonna add this center here. Like I said, there are a lot of dimensional layers on this card. This sunshine is going to go here kind of between the two. So it's peeking out from the clouds. So You Brighten My Cloudy Days kind of has that, it makes sense, right? Okay, oops, sorry guys. I was trying to get you closer. There we go. All right, so now once I have an idea of this, I can kind of take the pieces off and fit them in. So we'll put a dimensional here for this cloud. And then we're gonna add this one with another dimensional, and I'm gonna pop it here at the intersection so it's kind of holding all these things down. And there we go. And then my sunshine is gonna go in the back here where it's peeking out a little bit from behind these clouds. There we go, like that, okay? All right, so now this one needs a little bit of embellishment. Let's see, Kim said marking the registration. Oh yeah, definitely with that die, easy to mark the registration. That's the technical term. Good job, Kim, thank you for having that all aligned correctly. So once you've done it, then it's not too bad. But the first time I was like, wait, where's this go? So we're gonna bring in one of our embellishments, our hearts and flowers. And I think I'm gonna do a little heart down here. Although I could have done pool party too. Pool party would be a nice fit, but I think that I kind of like this yellow here with our crushed curry. Yay, thanks Bonnie. Glad you like this. Let's see. I have, oh, that's a cool idea. Becky said she saw somebody stamp the sunshine and put a little face on it from the B set. So remember this, oh, I wanted to show you this card. We did this card last week or the week before, and it had these little faces. So you could totally put the little faces on here, which is kind of fun to go with like the punny, kid flavor. And then the other day I did a card and I showed you this one, our strippy card we talked about, and I started to put a B card together with it. So here's the finished B card of that one that I was finishing from last week. So same strippiness, just a totally different suite and so forth. So lots of fun ideas there. All right, I promised you another version of this card. So let's back up here because I've got a lot of cards to show you. Let's see. The version here that I have to show you uses the Stippled Roses stamp set. So here are two of this. I'll show you both of them, but same idea, right? So I have a 3x3 and a 1x3 paper, and then a focal point. So you can see this is very similar. Instead of using the like sparkle that I used here, I just used another strip of DSP. Don't forget you can stamp on your designer series paper. It's often a very pretty accent. Now this stippled paper right now I saw is not available for order, the softly stippled. So hang in there. If this is one of the celebration things that you wanted, it is scheduled to be back. So hang in there. Here is another version of this card with the papers reversed, and like I showed you those double layers, this one has two different colors pulled out. So I kind of am a fan of the simple one, but this one's really pretty too. And then of course, when you're using stippled rose, you can use your blending brushes to stipple color onto the stamp itself before you stamp it. So you can kind of get that variated color just like this. So, all right, so there's another version of this. And that brings me to the, like I said, the other celebration thing. So I am going to pop off here for 1 second and show you tabletop camera back on. This is that delightfully eclectic paper. And I'm going to tell you, if you pick this paper as your celebration item, you're actually getting a double bonus because it is 48 sheets of paper instead of, 24 sheets of paper. Is it 48? Let's go back. Let's see. If we look at this, I'm sorry, I'm taking you guys for a ride. I don't do this very often. Let's see. So let me, oops. All right, there's our table and okay, now I'm back and you can hear me. So thank you guys for saying that. So I think that was like in and out. So poor Jeffrey, it was a prediction of the lack of sound for a little while in our video. So what I was basically saying is there are 48 sheets in that level 1 paper. So our cool, super cool pretzel paper card here, that was from a previous episode of Maker Mornings with Meg. That is a really great celebration choice. And then the level 2 celebration choices are the new, the Dragonfly Punch is one of the new ones, and the other is the new choice of the markers, so the core color markers, which is a great way to update your markers if you haven't done that already. So lots of fun choices and so forth in there as new celebration things. So we only have through the end of February, so make sure you get those. As usual, the link is in the video description for the project pieces that I showed today. So we have these guys here. And then I will be sharing more Sunny Days cards with you as we go along. Next week, I have a special treat for you on Tuesday for Maker Mornings with Meg. And someone asked in a comment just recently, they said, it looks like you do these videos regularly. Yes, on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. And so I hope that you guys can join me again for next time. And sorry for the missing sound there momentarily. Good thing we got that sorted out. With that, I will leave you to your happy pre-Friday and the hope of crafting things this weekend. We have sunny skies here, and I am very excited. It is I'm just about 10 minutes late here for Fika. My daughter is home from Sweden, and so she's decided that we need to institute the Swedish policy of having fika, which is basically like coffee and pastries every day around 10 o'clock. So good to have a break time. So I wish you a wonderful coffee and pastry snack too. I think she made pumpkin muffins. Like, it's great when your kids are home. So I wish you a great fika and a great weekend. Happy pre-Friday. Happy stamping, everyone.